Well, welcome back, and as I said, one of my guests today is Chief Doug Schober from the Holmen Area Fire Department. Doug, good morning.
Good morning, Nancy.
Thanks for getting up early, even though we aren't on till later.
Thanks for having me here.
Good. We have a Holmen Area Fire Dance coming.
Yes, we do.
And I asked you here today so you could tell us about that. First of all, what's the background on this? How long have you been having this dance?
The first dance, to my recollection, was in 1965.
Oh, I didn't realize it went back that far.
It was held at the Avalon Ballroom.
Been there.
And the admission price at that time was $1.
Okay.
We had Ernie Reck and his orchestra playing.
I know the name.
Mm-hmm. He's been around a long time. And
I hate to admit how old I am.
As a matter of fact, I think they're still playing.
It could be. I know I've seen their name around. Mm-hmm. So. But that's been a while then.
It has been.
Of course, this fire department has been together a long time.
Long time. We just celebrated our 90th year in service for the fire department for the area. And we're hoping to go many, many more years to come.
That's great. So it started out at the Avalon.
Yes, it did.
And why don't you tell us about how it's transpired through the years?
Over the years, it's moved from the Avalon Ballroom to the Holmen American Legion, where it was there for many, many years. And from there, it moved to the Holmen Area Fire Department right within the station. And we've had tremendous support from the public and the communities that come out to see us for the dance.
It's always a fun day. I've been to both, and I know you'll talk about that, but you have two bands, and you actually do two segments. You get a little breathe time in between one while the other one sets up. But in the afternoon, have you had two bands for a long time, Doug?
For many years, it was just one band.
Yeah.
And it just played in the early evening hours. And then we thought we would like to cater towards the elderly side that always contribute to the fire department through donations and support there at the station. So we implemented a band in the afternoon from 2 to 6 p.m. with the polkas, the waltz, the schottisches, and we've had tremendous support.
Yeah, I go to that one a lot, and I know that you know, it's not just Holmen people. There's a lot of other people from around the area that Galesville, Ettrick, you know, I see people at the same time, so I know some of them, but it's just a fun afternoon, you know, and the band that you have playing now, Rhythm Playboys?
Rhythm Playboys play from 2 to 6 p.m. and then we have an evening band, which is last call. They play from 8 p.m. until midnight.
I call those the bang bang bands, you know. But I know in the afternoon you have tables and chairs in the main room where you have the dance. We
have a dance floor as well, so everybody likes to throw the powder on the floor, so it's easy to do schottisches and waltzes.
That's a portable wood floor?
It is a portable wood floor, yes. We put it down. It takes us about an hour to snap it all together, and then about 20 minutes to take it apart and restack it.
That's really very, very efficient way to do that, isn't it?
It is.
It makes for good dance time.
And people love it.
Do you leave it at night? Do you use it at night too?
We do not, because there's more of the slopping and spilling aspect that happens in the evening.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. But it sure does a nice job in the afternoon.
Very, very nice.
And easier for the older people to dance on that nice wood floor.
And for myself.
And for yourself. And so, what do you use any monies that you gain off of this dance? What do you use them for at the fire department?
The monies that are brought in from the dance through donations or support for the dance, after bills we take the proceeds and we purchase specialized equipment that can be utilized within the fire district for the Holmen area. Specialized equipment that we decided through this money, which is our rec fund money, to help support the communities without increasing the budget through the municipalities, yet supporting our areas of future goals for technical rescue and emergency response and fires as well through that equipment.
I don't think people realize the cost that's involved in, you know, procuring these special pieces of equipment and how you utilize them. I know that this year, of course, being president of the Village of Holmen, I do sit on your fire board, and this year I know that we purchased a new truck, and that truck that we got rid of was from 1970 something.
It's exactly 40 years old.
Yeah, 40 years old. And And I know that you have just taken occupancy of a new truck.
We have. It's an F-350 that we purchased from Del Ford, and it's a crew cab which will hold 5 people with a long box that will, initially we can take the equipment off the old truck and install it into the new truck.
The bed sizes are the same, I'm assuming?
Correct, yes,
Yeah.
and we can have this vehicle in service this spring once we have it decaled and all the emergency lighting on it. So.
And you use this also as a rescue vehicle, right?
We do. It's an all-around type of purpose vehicle for wildland interface for fires, for grass fires, brush fires. It's in support of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife and the DNR in their forestry areas and along the banks of the lakes and rivers. We also utilize it for 1050 car accidents and just any type of service that it might be requested for.
And when you talk about car accidents, I think one of the pieces of equipment on this truck is the Jaws of Life, is it not?
The Jaws of Life was moved from that vehicle and put on our engines.
Okay.
But that also, the Jaws of Life, is the type of equipment that we purchase from this dance money to assist us in technical rescue.
And how many people do you normally get to these dances?
We may sometimes be a little over capacity.
I don't want to talk about that part, okay?
But we normally average 350 people at the dance.
Between the two?
Between the two, yes.
Yeah, because I would say you've got it close to 100, or maybe a little more, sometimes in the afternoon dance?
In the afternoon, yeah. We average around 90 to 100, maybe slightly over. We do have buses that come in from the Rochester area, and they just enjoy the dance. Those are the people that are really after the firefighters because they want to dance with the firefighters. So we try to support that area as well.
I do see some of them out there in the dance floor now that you think about that. But it's a great function for the Holmen area. We have actually 3 municipalities are supported by this fire department.
Yes.
Village of Holmen, Town of Holland, Town of Onalaska.
That's correct.
And we, as our fire district, we give support to Bryce Prairie.
Yes.
You know, along with, how many square miles do you actually cover?
We have 64 square miles in land mass that we cover, and we have 42 square miles of water mass that we cover, half of Lake Onalaska for our fire district. So it's quite large. It's
a large district, and when you think about how many trucks we have and how many volunteer fire department we have, firemen we now have 6 full-time firefighters?
Yes, we do.
Plus yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, and they're kept very busy, aren't they?
Extremely busy. It's never ending. It's not like in the past where we wore rubber hip boots and a rubber jacket and a plastic helmet. Now it's sophisticated equipment. It has to be all compliance equipment, and we want to make sure we keep our personnel safe when we have to go to any type of emergency event.
I know that the communities that are involved in this co-op area, they're really grateful for the EMTs that you have on staff now. I know that from other committees I sit on that Tri-State Ambulance Service has always had great accolades for our fire department, because if you have a medical call, you normally have that person stabilized before the ambulance even gets there, and it saves them a lot of time in transport time.
Yeah, we try our very best.
Yeah, and I don't think that people are really aware sometimes of just what capabilities this fire department has and how much we appreciate you.
Well, thank you very much.
So I want to thank you for coming down today, and because of a situation I can't control, I'm not going to make the dance this year, and I feel really bad about that. But the dance will be held on Saturday, March 24th.
That is correct.
And the early session is 2 to 6.
Correct.
And then and that's Rhythm Playboys. And the second band is called Last Call. Is that a new name for an old band?
Last Call is a new name, yes, for the formerly Flashback.
Yeah, because I know Flashback's name is known in the area.
Yes.
And this is basically a lot of those people that played in that band. And they start at 8 and play till midnight.
Yes, they do.
Admission at the door is $10.
$7.
And $7 in advance, right?
Yes.
And I know that you did a mailing of tickets. I got mine already. And is there anything else you need to tell us about this?
Make sure you get your tickets in before the deadline of March 19th, because you'll be eligible then for the early bird drawing. We're giving away 200, $150 for the early bird winners.
That's a nice incentive.
It is, it is.
It is. Well, as I said, Doug, thank you very much for taking the time this morning to come down and tape with me. And
it's my pleasure.
we'll look forward to having you have a great turnout at the dance.
Thank you very much, Nancy, and I will miss the dance with you. So.
Oh, shit. Well, sometimes things change in our life, and we have to go with that flow, you know.
There's always next year.
Yeah, okay, well, thank you very much again for coming down, and we'll look forward to the dance on March 24th at the fire station.